Welcome to Center Heights Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly appreciate that. Thank you to all my subscribers and followers. I muchly appreciate your support. Please tell your friends and family, share the video, the channel, subscribe. And if you come across the channel, please don't leave without subscribing and following us. We muchly appreciate your support as we have been in business here for over 2 years, building quite a channel that is quite reputable and sticks to integrity of the info we uh, deal with. So please share the video as well. All right, we're going to get into last night's game. This is a pretty straightforward game to do the info on. Montreal went on the road to Detroit. Very massive implications for this game. However, it was probably more detrimental for Detroit because if they lost that game, it would really put them way behind the pack. They needed to stay in within the group, vying for a wild card. So it had more ramifications for them to win, and it showed on the ice. So final score 4-2 Detroit. First period 2-0 for Detroit. Second period 2 apiece. Third period no scoring. 4-2 is your final. Talbot gets the win. Montembeault gets the loss, and Kopp gets the winning goal. And here's the 3 stars. Dylan Larkin. I think it was something to do with. Anyway, I know there was something to do with 700th something or other. I'm not sure if it's game or whatever, or points. What anyway? There was a milestone that he had to surpass anyway, and of course he came up with a big game. Dylan Larkin was huge in that game, goal and assist with a +1. Kirby Doc had an exceptional game for Montreal. That line too played extremely well. By far was the best line for Montreal. 1 goal, 1 assist, +1. Morris Sider had a strong game for Detroit on the blue line, 2 assists, even plus minus. All right, scoring summary. First period, 13 minutes in. Jonathan Burr, uh, Berggren, assisted by Dylan Larkin. That's your first goal. 1956, Alex DeBrindicat really catching Sam going the wrong way. Sam definitely misread that shot. Uh, totally. Assisted by Lucas Raymond and Mort Sider. Second period, 4:25. Andrew Kopp scores on a breakaway shorthanded. This one was huge on Lane Hudson. Got burnt at the blue line and caught at a position, and Kopp made him pay. Shorthanded, assisted by Simon Edvinson. And then we had at 5:29, thankfully, Kirby Doc with his relentless work effort doing a wraparound, assisted by Dvorak and Brendan Gallagher. Great goal for Kirby, getting his 10th at 5:29. 7:50, Dylan Larkin scores, assisted by Tarasenko and Sider on the power play, and they have quite an exceptional power play. They'll make you pay. 11:06, nice shot from the point with Kirby Doc sitting in front of the net, set up by Patrick Laine and Kirby Doc. And that's third period, no scoring. That's that. We'll get to the stats. And Detroit this game is the numbers are kind of deceptive. Yes, there was a lot of shots on Monty. Um, so it was 45-29. We'll get into that after. 20 hits were 24-19 in favor of Detroit. Faceoffs were 29-28 in favor of Detroit. Power play was 0 for 3 for Montreal, 1 for 4 for Detroit. Penalty minutes 8-6 for Montreal. Giveaways 14-9 for Montreal. Takeaways 5-3 for Detroit. Block shots 16-14 for Detroit. So Really, what more could you say other than this was a game of yeah, it showed that it was more relevant for Detroit. They came out and they took it to Montreal the entire game. No end ifs and buts. I wasn't thrilled with our performance. I found Montreal came out flat, very flat, and we were. It seemed like we were always 2 to 3 steps behind the entire night. Um, yes, Sam faced a lot of shots with 45, I believe it was. However, um, I still say, and he played okay. That's a lot too many shots for a goalie to face. I agree with that. However, there's still two of those goals at least he should have had. That Larkin goal, I'm getting tired of seeing this as this has been a common theme for Sam Montembeau, and it was for Primo. These post goals tight to the post, and they just pop it over them, over top of them. They look right, they get themselves down small, but they do not seem. That's one knock I have against our goaltending, and I can't put Dovish into the equation in that yet. He's too new to the Habs yet. Um, but what I can say is from watching our goaltending for you know quite some time, that's been a big, huge knock I have against our what's been in our goaltending. With like I said, going off the relevant names of Sam and why Primo's gone, hugging the post, and goals still managing to go in because they're not pinning themselves tight enough. Block taking the whole entire area away. That Larkin goal should have been stopped. I know our defense wasn't top par tonight. Um, they really took advantage of Lane Hudson tonight. He did not have a great game. So they made that. Montreal's defense wasn't up to snuff anyway. I think the third pairing probably had the all okay night out of the three pairings. Um, I thought Gooley was okay. Other than that, I've it is what it is. But I didn't find I found our defensive play was not on par tonight. We gave up far too many opportunities. Sloppy in our end. We were very sloppy. So it was kind of, as a fan, you would be concerned have old habits die hard to die because it looked like there was a lot of old habits showing up for Montreal in this game. I just felt they put in an effort. The good thing was they were in. At least it was respectable. However, a game like that, the ramification implications to a wild card spot are huge. So to me, you had to be able to step it up. Um, I didn't like our response. I didn't find line one didn't impress me overall. Um, Slav again, I'll knock him. I'll give him praise. He had some good moments, but then he had some horrible moments, like moments of lack of effort. And it showed. When he stops moving his feet, Slavkovsky is useless. He's almost a weapon for the opposition. Love the kid, and when he makes the right decisions and puts crashes and bangs and skates, he showed it. He did have glimpses, but then as the game wore on, he was back into old habits of not moving his feet. Wasn't impressed with that. Um, I thought line two was the line, our best line by far. They were dangerous all night, and they put the Kirby Doc and Lonnie and Newhook put the effort in. I still, even though Newhook's playing better, I don't like him on the boards. He's fine if he gets there way ahead where no one's coming after him, and he can set up a play. But Lord help you if he's on the boards and somebody's there and he's got to try to win a battle because he loses them all on the boards. That's the bottom dollar. He did have a good game, though. Let's make no mistake. I'm just knocking his board game. I don't like it. Never have. Never will. unless he decides to ramp it up. But that line, he did have a good game overall because of his speed. That line was making things happen all the way around. Um, um, Line three was yeah. Andy looked okay at moments. Galley at moments. Um, all three of them at moments. Didn't find them as on. I found Evans and Armia had a great game. Pizzetta looked better than he has, not taking foolish penalties. However, in order to get some offense, you had to sit him and put Andy on the line, or Galley and create some offense. And that seemed to ramp up. And actually, I think you've seen, actually, sorry, I don't think it was Galley. I think it was Suzuki, actually. I think Suzuki came out there as well as Andy at moments, and it perked up the line. But Evans and Armia, other than the second line, had a really good game. Um, Montembeau, average game. I know there was 40 some odd shots. That doesn't mean the goaltender had an outstanding game. I think there's saves he needed to make that he didn't. Um, However, do I think let's there's no dilemma here. He's still the starter, and let's make that clear until things change down the road. Change. He's still the starter. Period. He's kind of the biggest reason in the net of why Montreal's in this position. Because when Primo was there, they had to avoid Primo altogether, and Sam had a load on his shoulder. Good that he's got Dobish with him now to relieve him and take some of those games off his back. But there's no dilemma. He is the starter. However, would there have been a difference in this game? I don't know. I can't, because I really, truthfully, with the way Montreal played in front, I don't know if there would have been any drastic differences because Montreal was so flat in this game. It was unbelievable. So I hope, and I don't think, um, that I'm going to go with this is just, you're going to lose some games. I'm going to go with that. I hope they're not going to slide into old habits because this game did not look the greatest. Respectable where it was 4-2. They showed a little bit of getting, at least they got on the board. This game, though, however, if they had showed up, this game was winnable. There was no doubt about it. They just weren't there. If we could have got at least, like I said, at least line four had two players that were working hard, other than line two being the best line. But if the other couple lines would have, and especially line one, would have had more to it, and the defense, it was almost like they went to sleep. There was just far too many opportunities given up, and really just a lack of work, effort, habits. I would say sloppiness. It was sloppiness because Carrier didn't look the greatest. Hudson looked horrible. And that was more so because they put the pressure on him. And that's defensively, that is. And he got burnt on that breakaway. He got burnt, and that's why I say sometimes you make an errant pass, and you see what happens. They got to be a little more responsible, and I think that's one thing I say with him and Matheson. They got to watch that. Um, Sometimes I think that there's picking your moments properly, and I don't find they pick their moments properly at times. Although they're great weapons, and we know how much Hudson. I love Hudson. He drives, like, offensively. He drives the game. He's made such a huge difference in our offense. Great playmaker, but he got busted hard. He's had his up and down games where he's been burnt, and it seems like Detroit's got a big offense, and they punished him. So he definitely paid the price a lot. Matheson got burned a few times as well. Um, so those are the three. Those two lines suffered a bit. I thought Gooley was okay. Um, was all right. And so I found three defensemen were all okay, like Savard, Jackeye, and Gooley. were okay. The other three were not having good nights. But even with the three that were okay, they could have even been better. So overall, it was just a lack of team effort. And I don't know if it's so much effort. It was more just bad habits. Bad habits. They just looked so sluggish. They were bottom dollar. All I can say is they were always 2 or 3 steps behind. Let's hope that changes because these games are now crucial and don't want to get into too much of a losing streak. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a trend here of when win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And now you got Jersey, and Jersey's always a tough customer, and they're in the thick of things. And don't expect them to be an easy. They always make Montreal's life miserable, so that's going to be an interesting game Saturday. Let's hope Montreal responds, and because I still think as talented as Jersey is, I think when we're playing as a team and not being lazy or sluggish, we can. I do think on any given night you can beat any team in the NHL. So I just think they don't want to go into trends. You can't go into too long of a losing streak. So you lost one. Let's get up there and at least win it, win one, because it's crucial now. Now you've got such a tight race there with Tampa, Boston, Columbus, Montreal, and Ottawa. And Detroit and New York Rangers have really made a move ever since right after that Montreal game. Uh, they were on fire last night. So Montreal's going to have to wake up very quickly and respond to this. We'll see how it goes Saturday. Thank you for watching. You've seen it here at Center Ice Productions where the puck drops first. I just want to see a better performance from the club, get back to playing the way they were as a team. And sorry, sleepy play just can't work. Got to get out of that. It didn't, it reared its head up in this game. They just looked like they were almost they were always 2, 3 steps behind and sluggish. That's going to have to change. I can't wait till Heineman is back because I think he makes that big of a difference being in the lineup, his work ethic. So hopefully, I think it's getting close to the third week. Let's hope he's injected very soon because I think you're going to need each and every body. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of the game. Your comments, keep it respectable. That's one thing we focus on this channel. We're adults. Let's keep everything, our comments together, respectable. And again, I'm going to call a spade when I see, like I said, reporters seem to overblow saves that are made at times, but I find I couldn't believe Monty was going the opposite way into Prendergast's goal. And that's just, you got to read the puck better. You've got to track better. And then the post thing, and that the post thing has been a common problem where I find we're just not hugging the post properly. Um, they need to clean that up of being bigger, and you don't always have to be down. He just looks so small on that goal. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave your comments, respectable. Please share, tell your friends and family, and share the channel and subscribe and hit the likes. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the review of the Jersey Devils game, us against the Devils. Let's hope that one goes much better. Thank you for watching. God bless.